Happy Saturday, Miss Kirsty. I figured I'd send you a video today. Everybody else got a text because I'm at the shop. But I was like, you know what? I want to send you a video and run through some different things going on. So I apologize if there's noise in the background. That's why. But I thought this was more important. So this is what I have going on for you today. Let's start from the beginning and work our way through. So getting 4 workouts in, fantastic. I know that you have your upper body that's still left for today or this weekend. Get it in when you can, if you can. And then, of course, you'll have your next week of workouts uploaded. Not being able to walk this week during lunch because of camera interviews. How good did it feel to get ready for those camera interviews? Did you feel good? How did you feel? Fill me in on that. Don't mind me. I'm sick, so I have to be able to breathe every once in a while. Big barriers. Okay, we're going to talk about... we're going to talk about this in a second. I'm going to run through the rest, and then I'm going to come back to this, okay? Because I know that this is completely understandable where you're coming from, and I have some thoughts. I'm curious to know how your blood work went, if you got any answers from that. And then, of course, your ultrasound, I believe, is this upcoming Tuesday, and then you'll be going to see Jen next in like 3 weeks-ish. So I have some things to think that we can think about before then. And she'll be able to give you some different indications based off of the blood work. What would have made you happier, more satisfied in your workouts? Changing mindset towards myself, embracing the foam rolling. Yes, always a key. And it's one of those things where, like, it's when I've done yin yoga and I fucking hated every second of it. The first like 3 times I did it, I was so angry and so irritated. And it was a quick realization of going, oh shit, I probably need to do this more. I probably just need to embrace the discomfort of this practice and then get the benefits from it that way. Same thing with foam rolling. It sucks. It's awful, especially when you don't feel your greatest. It does not feel good to do it. So I totally understand that. Learnings, greens on an empty stomach, not an option. Having it later in the morning is going to be better for you. Brilliant. So you might even choose to have it with your breakfast. So I'll sometimes have it before, sometimes I'll have it during, sometimes I'll have it right after, right? So find a way that serves you, that's going to work best for you. This is a new shift for your body. So I'm curious as to what's going on, as to is it your stomach that's not like that feels unsettled and uncomfortable, or is it your bowels and your intestines that feel uncomfortable? Fill me in on that because I have some thoughts based off of what the answer is to that one. Grateful for juicy oranges. Yeah, baby, get those oranges in. I love it. High in vitamin C, so that's perfect. Mindset, of course, no stress. We'll come back to that when you're ready. Energy was good, even with having 12-hour days every day of the week. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. Okay, so appetite. I'm not surprised to hear that your appetite decreased, especially when you're not feeling good in your body. It's super common, right? If you think about it, not feeling good in your body, the first thing that we are in control of is how much we eat. It's a natural human response to go, you know what? If I can't eat the way that if I'm not losing weight by eating this much food, well, obviously I need to reduce my food. It's easy. It's a really easy, and when you think about it, logical step to take, when in all reality, it's not serving your body in what it needs. But I understand the thought process and how it worked for you this week. Give yourself grace for that. I did notice your calories came down quite a bit this week, and again, understandable where you're coming from right now. We're going to try to keep the focus of 1,600 calories a minimum, but allow yourself to be a human being in this process. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So you have this week off, which is so exciting, so awesome. Get to sleep in, get a haircut, enjoy some downtime. So what else are you going to do? What are you going to do for fun that's going to make you feel good and enjoy yourself and enjoy the strength that you've built over this last year together? Yes, okay. So I'll send you a video on the lat pull downs. It's one of those things that your stands need to be lifted as high as they can go, or wrapped around the top of your stepper, and be doing it from there. If you have like one of the straps that you can fit over your door, I have one that's like, it looks like a little door stopper, so it's a little rubber or foam ball hole tube in the middle, looks like a tire, and then there's a strap, and then I just close my door on the outside, with the strap on the inside, the foam thing on the outside, and then my band can sit through the doorway. That's what I have. Of course, if you don't have something like that available to you, then it's using something that's high up. Main thing is that we just want to get your lats fired on, right? So if your stands are high and you can sit down and you can do the same thing, then that's going to work perfect. If not, I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to do some video recordings this weekend to update some of my inventory that way and some of my video recordings. So that will be coming your way in the next little while when we do these workouts again, okay? All the things we want this week, kettlebells, bar bands, all the things. Love it. Practicing presence, being available for your team, calling instead of emailing. Amazing. Amazing. All the things that you're working on, right? So now let's talk about your nutrition and the frustration of your barriers, which is totally understandable, of gaining almost 30 pounds in a year, thinking, why am I putting in so much effort when I'm getting the exact opposite results of what we want? Reminding yourself that movement is needed for physical and mental wealth. Getting harder not to give up. This is all makes complete sense to me, Kirsty. Like I said before, it's really easy when everything is going the opposite of the way it's supposed to. And I want to remind you about two different things. One, where you are at hormonally, that things are starting to shift, is a big factor. Two, now, but I'm not going to just say that's the only factor, because it's not true. Your stress. I'm like very confident at this point that your cortisol levels are too high. I have a feeling that is the major problem, and your adrenals are not happy. And the reason I say this is because the more I look into it, it just keeps coming back into my mind that this is the area that we need to be working on. And so what we're doing for training is the right things. We're doing resistance training, weight training. We're doing a little bit of HIIT, adding that in again, and doing a little bit of conditioning, mostly doing low impact, like walking as much as you are, right? So, and then yoga, de-stressing. But what happens when your cortisol gets too high? Multiple things are happening. Your testosterone drops, which is going to increase your body's desire to hold on to body fat, because testosterone is what helps your body burn through body fat a little bit more. It also increases your liver enzymes. Sound familiar? So when your cortisol is too high from stress, from chronic stress, last year was a really fucking hard year, and the 2 years before that were really fucking hard. And then you're going through premenopause where your testosterone is already dropping, or your progesterone is already dropping, which is causing an imbalance in your hormones, which then is causing an imbalance in your cortisol. And so that's what I'm thinking is really going on. You're going to get an answer from that when it comes to your blood work and when you work with Jen. So you're going to get way more clarity. But I have a very strong suspicion that that's the problem that we're dealing with right now, because the number one issue when you have the high cortisol, lower testosterone, is specifically abdominal weight gain. Specifically abdominal weight gain. And that's what you're seeing, right? So, and with your visceral fat coming up, that's also another indication of the cortisol levels being too high. So we're going to see what Jen has to say about supplementation, what we need to be doing for that, and ask for any advice on what we need to, if there's anything we need to be doing differently in your training. From my understanding and all the research that I've ever done and continue to do for you specifically, what we're doing is the right thing. We're not doing crazy amounts of cardio. You're not doing high HIIT every single day like we were. We're doing mostly strength training, which is what you were supposed to be doing. So if she has any suggestions on what we should be doing instead, let us know. But these are some foods that you can be working on increasing or adding in. Now, this is also going to improve your microbiome, which is going to help with your cortisol levels, okay? So these are different things that you can be adding in. Green tea is one of them. So you have green tea in your fizz. You have green tea in other items as well. But green tea, I don't know if that's something you want to add more in, but that's something I'm going to give you options and a list, okay? So green tea, cloves is another one. These all increase your mucus barrier in your intestinal wall to prevent you having bacterial breakdown entering the bloodstream, increasing cortisol enzymes. Making sense? Other things. So vitamin C, foods that have vitamin C, red peppers, yellow peppers, all that goodness, kiwi, citrus fruits like your beautiful oranges that you love this week, keep having those, strawberries, those are all going to be super helpful. So that's going to help with, because your adrenal glands have a high concentration of vitamin C, if we can get the high vitamin C up even more like you were talking about before, and making sure that they maintain that high level, then we're going to support the adrenals in reducing cortisol. Other things to add in: bananas, oranges like we talked about, melons, spinach, broccoli you're already having lots of, so keep that up. Sweet potatoes, prunes, all of these foods are high in potassium, which are going to help with your kidney function, and also side effects result in reduced cortisol levels. So that's another one to consider adding in, or just being mindful of. And then the last one would be fermented foods like sauerkraut, or kimchi. So this is also super beneficial of bringing in good healthy bacteria into your digestive wall or into your intestinal wall so that you can actually produce more oxytocin and reduce stress and cortisol from there. So all of these foods are going to work together. It's just adding things in. So when you have your breakfast, you could have your bison, ground beef, Brussels sprouts, and then add some sauerkraut. You could have your smoothie, like we talked about before, having your smoothie have banana, strawberries, or banana, pineapple, mangoes, kiwi, raspberries, whatever you'd like, spinach in a smoothie with vanilla protein, and add in some good healthy nuts like, or omega-3s like chia seeds would be a really good one that you could add in, or chia pudding that way. Chia pudding, vanilla protein, cashew milk, and then add in some of your fruit, whether that's strawberries, blackberries, some melon or orange pieces, or whatever you'd like. Banana, add a little bit of like cacao or cocoa nibs or whatever you'd like on top of it, and then you get a little bit of that dessert too, right? So these are just different options to consider adding in so that we can work on improving your microbiome, improving how your guts are responding to different things, and reduce your cortisol levels by supporting your adrenals. So the main thing that if you look anywhere about adrenals and cortisol, they're like, reduce your processed foods and increase your whole foods. You're already doing that. That's not the problem. The problem, I imagine, is external stresses. Now, how can we just continue to reduce inflammation inside the body to help it continue to heal a little bit? And so these are the things that I'm going to encourage you to do, is just be mindful of where can you add those little foods in. Bananas in your smoothie, strawberries in your smoothies, easy to add in. Making a spinach salad with your, this is one of my favorites actually. Really, I need to do a compilement of recipes for you to make this simple to add in, but you can make like a big spinach salad with your chicken or your ground turkey or your pork loin, whatever you'd like. I like chicken on this, but you can get chicken sausages for this too. Having things like cucumbers, strawberries, orange pieces, purple onions. I'm just trying to think of other colors we can add into it. Anyways, you can add in a bunch of those fruits and vegetables, celery, different things like that. Make your own little vinaigrette with like lemon juice and garlic and avocado oil, and add things like poppy seeds or chia seeds to it, or pumpkin seeds to it, and have this big, beautiful, fully loaded salad. And so that might be something to consider adding in too, right? Like there's different ways that you can make this work and get more of these foods in, and that's going to be through just a little bit more of that variety. Smoothies would be a big one to get lots of different options in, like spinach, mangoes, different fruits, stuff like that. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this makes sense. I'm very confident. Now, again, I'm not a doctor. I can't do lab work for you. I can't read your lab work. So I'm based off of everything that's gone on in the last year that you and I both know about, or that I know about that you've shared with me, and then also that you know has gone on with your job, with your husband, with your kids, and then of course the pandemic before that, and all the symptoms that you've been exhibiting. There's no reason, based off of the exercising that you're doing and the foods that you're eating, that you should have this weight gain. I'm confident that that's not the problem. For a long time, I was concerned that I was doing something wrong. That's not the problem. You're not the problem. There's something internally going on that we need to get addressed, and I'm confident that it is your cortisol levels. And so I'm really excited to hear what Jen has to say when you get to see her. I'm excited to hear what your blood work looks like, but I'm confident that's what we need to be working on. So the other things I want to know, two other things I want to know, and if you could give me an update. One is, what are your bowel movements like? Are they loose? Are they regular? Are they like consistent? What is the texture like? Like, give me all the nitty-gritty details. Remember that I went to nursing school, I worked in healthcare, nothing grosses me out, and there's no TMI. The second thing I want to know is, how's your quality of sleep? How much sleep are you getting? Are you getting 8 hours of sleep? Are you on average getting 5? Is it disrupted? Are you up and down in the night? From my understanding, you get pretty good sleep, but maybe I'm missing something in that picture. And how is it now versus how it was a year ago? Because I know that you're an early riser, that you're like a 4:30 in the morning kind of riser. So what time are you going to bed if you're waking up that early? those are the two things I want you to fill me in on if you don't mind. And let me know if you have any questions or any concerns about what I'm talking to you about. Because like I said, I'm confident that this is the issue, but we're gonna find out and get some definitive answers when you get to see Jen and your doctor. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions on this. All my love to you, Kirsty, and I want you to know that I'm so fucking proud of you for continuing to do the work when I know that when you're hitting these walls and these barriers, it would be so easy to say, fuck it, I'm done. I don't care anymore. It's obviously not working. But like you said to me last week, could you imagine where you would be at in your health, in your immune health specifically, in your hormonal health, if you weren't training and if you weren't eating whole foods and if you weren't being this intentional? Like, I don't know what your body would be doing, but I'm confident that it wouldn't be any better than where it is right now. And so I want you to know that I'm so proud of you, and I so appreciate your belief and trust in me even with this going on, because like I said, I'm pretty confident this is not just pretty confident, I'm confident that this is hormonal and stress related. And so we're gonna get some answers and then we're gonna work from there. Okay. And please, when you do meet with Jen and you do meet with anybody, feel free to give them my contact information so that they can collaborate with me as well, and so that we can work together as a team to support you, because I'm not here to just be your coach and nobody's gonna tell me what to do. Absolutely not. I want to work with your people. I've done this with other clients, with their physiotherapist specifically, and all that kind of stuff. So please don't hesitate to share my information with them, so that we can communicate together and work on a plan to best support you. Okay. All my love to you, Kirsty. I hope you have the best family day long weekend and get to enjoy some time with your girl. And next week, enjoy some rest and recovery. I'll have your workouts ready for you. Hopefully by end of day Sunday, I'll have at least Monday, Tuesday done for you by then. So I'll get things organized. All my love to you, my friend. I'll talk to you super soon.